I got it.
Yeah. There it is. Tack voor je grootste afstand is ook een keer gebruiken.
Ja. Jammer van die pluimen, hè? Daar zit niet op zitten.
Oh.
So this is the river, and for Monty Python fans, we have a big patio, and the view is tremendous. Just amazing. That is so much bigger and steeper than the video can possibly do justice for. So this is the site of Hagrid's hut. You probably recognize the little pond in the back. I'll go up and take a video, but in essence, the opening of the hut was right there, the beginning. Right there is where the pumpkin patch was. That's the forest in which Harry and Hermione at least hid, and where she was throwing stones when she did the time change thing. The path, unfortunately it's all overgrown, so it doesn't look like in the movies. It's all overgrown. Path wound up there. Right there is where the stone circle was. For example, when Hermione punched Malfoy in the mouth. And the entrance to Hogwarts and the wooden rickety bridge was right behind there. And theoretically, in the movie, the Hogwarts castle is right up there. So they appear to have left some of the rocks from the building of the hut and all. Again, when Hermione and Harry hid, they hid in these trees. Not exactly sure where, but roughly here. And she was throwing stones right through there. Again was the hut. Hold on, I'll climb this. And the hut was right, so the pumpkins and everything, and Buckbeak was right there. And the hut was right there. So they were hiding in these trees. And you probably, I'll have to take a look at the movie again, have these in the background. We'll see. But in the meantime, there's my boy. Completely overgrown. You'd have a view down to Hagrid's hut, which was right there. And there's the little pond. We'll get that angle too here. But it was a bit of a climb to come up here after a long day. I guess I should take a look at some of the scenery in the background as well. Absolutely beautiful. So it turns out these ferns are very, very thick and extremely difficult to get through. I don't even know what's underground. I've slipped a couple of times, so we're gonna go ahead, instead of getting the angle of Hagrid's hut in the pond, I'm just gonna show you that there's the location of the hut and there's the pond, even if we don't get the exact view of it. So there, the trees they hid in, and then the pond. Beautiful morning in Glencoe before it comes raining down in a few hours, or a couple hours, supposedly. So anybody who's seen Rob Roy may recognize this. The water's not running much. Scotland's had a bit of a drought, but it'll be running later today. This is the scene where they kill the old man. Rob Roy kills the old man at the beginning, and the family drags the body away. It's the same location, funny enough, later on. Alright, so continuing, there's the Rob Roy scene. Here's where Rob Roy, and we'll go down there and take a better look at it, was tied behind the aristocrat, I guess it was, and dragged behind a horse. This is the road, right there, and it's also a location right there where in Highlander, a little village, I wouldn't call it, the houses that McGregor and his girlfriend, wife, new wife, had were built right there. That's Karen, Queen, Elizabeth, Mary, I'm not sure who was there. And then the castle was built in Highlander right there as well. So those who have seen, I believe it's the Highlander, you can't quite recognize it because the pointy tip of the mountain is in the clouds now, but this is the scene of the big battle where McGregor first meets the Kurgan. It all happened right here. It's a bit of a Glencoe sort of day. Here is where scene 24 was filmed from Monty Python and the Holy Grail. What a beautiful vista. The climb here is a lot steeper than I thought. So, inside of the cave here, I didn't realize that there's a second cave right here next to it. But this is the one for the movie. In fact, it is looking familiar. But anyway, so that scene really was filmed here, because this is from inside the cave where they came walking down it.